Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I want it. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out alone.